What you're about to witness is the moment Paul Heyman looked Adam Pearce dead in the eyes and told him to his face that the reckoning is coming. This isn't just another backstage confrontation. This is the wise man drawing a line in the sand, and on the other side of that line is chaos, destruction, and the absolute dominance of Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. If you think you've seen everything in professional wrestling, you haven't seen what's about to unfold when the tribal chief's advocate decides that talking is over and it's time to find out what happens when you test the wrong family. So buckle up, because by the time this video ends, you're going to understand exactly why the entire WWE landscape is about to change forever. Before we dive into this explosive confrontation, I need you to do something for me. I need you to be part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now, smash that notification bell, because we're building something special here at SLAMZONE. Every single week, we break down the moments that matter, the storylines that shake the foundation of wrestling, and the drama that keeps us all coming back for more. Drop a comment below and tell me what you think is going to happen at the Royal Rumble. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know, because we're all in this together, and I promise you, we're going to make sure you never miss a single earth-shattering moment. Now, let's talk about what just went down. The Royal Rumble is on the horizon, and tensions are running higher than they've been in months. Adam Pearce, the WWE official who's been trying to keep order in an increasingly chaotic world, finds himself standing face to face with Paul Heyman. And this isn't the smooth-talking, suit-wearing advocate we sometimes see playing politician. No, this is Paul Heyman in his final form. This is the man who's managed the most dominant forces in wrestling history, the man who's orchestrated some of the most devastating moments we've ever witnessed, and right now, he's got that look in his eyes that says everything is about to go off the rails. The setting is tense. You can feel it through the screen. Pearce knows what's coming. He's been around long enough to understand that when Paul Heyman approaches you with that intensity, with that fire burning behind his words, you're not about to have a casual conversation. You're about to receive a message, and that message is going to have consequences. The camera is tight on both men, and you can see Pearce trying to maintain his composure, trying to hold on to whatever authority he has left in this situation. But Heyman, he's not here for diplomacy anymore. The phrase drops like a bomb, it's time to FAFO. Find out what happens. And in that moment, everything shifts. This isn't about negotiations. This isn't about playing by the rules or finding common ground. This is Paul Heyman telling the entire WWE universe, telling Adam Pearce, telling everyone who's been watching this story unfold, that the gloves are coming off. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the man who has held the wrestling world in his grip for years, is done waiting. He's done playing games. The Royal Rumble is his stage, and anyone who steps into that ring thinking they're going to walk out victorious is about to learn a very painful lesson. Think about the journey that's led us to this moment. Roman Reigns has decimated everyone put in front of him. He's broken legends, he's destroyed rising stars, he's torn through tag teams like they were nothing. The Bloodline, under his leadership, became the most feared faction in modern wrestling. But lately, there have been cracks. There have been challenges to his authority. Other superstars have started to believe they can take what's his. The Royal Rumble represents opportunity for 29 other men, but for Roman, it represents something else entirely. It represents a statement. It represents the chance to remind everyone why he calls himself the tribal chief, why he stands at the head of the table. And Paul Heyman knows this better than anyone. He's seen every war Roman has fought. He's been there for every battle, every victory, every moment of doubt that Roman has crushed beneath his heel. So when Heyman stands in front of Adam Pearce and delivers that message, he's not just speaking for himself. He's speaking as the voice of inevitability. He's speaking as the man who knows exactly what's going to happen when the Royal Rumble bell rings, and he wants everyone to understand that there's no stopping it. Pearce tries to respond. You can see him searching for the right words, trying to maintain some semblance of control over the situation. But how do you control a force of nature? How do you regulate chaos when chaos is exactly what Paul Heyman is promising? The official's job is to keep things fair, to make sure the competition remains balanced, but Heyman's message is clear: fairness doesn't matter anymore. What matters is power. What matters is dominance. What matters is that when the dust settles at the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns will still be standing, and everyone who doubted him will be broken. The crowd reactions to this confrontation have been absolutely electric. Social media exploded the moment this segment aired. Wrestling fans around the world started picking sides, started predicting outcomes, started building their own narratives around what this means for the Royal Rumble. Some believe this is the beginning of Roman's downfall, that his arrogance and the arrogance of Paul Heyman will finally be his undoing. Others see this as the confirmation of what they've known all along, that nobody, and I mean nobody, is ready for what Roman Reigns brings to that ring. Halfway through this incredible breakdown, and I've got to take a second to say thank you for being here. If you're loving this content, if you're feeling that same rush of adrenaline that I am talking about this, then hit that like button right now. Subscribe to SLAMZONE if you haven't already, because we're just getting started. We've got more Royal Rumble coverage coming, more breakdowns, more exclusive analysis that you won't find anywhere else. Join the family, drop a comment, let me know what you think is going to happen, and share this video because wrestling is better when we experience it together. Let's get back into it. Paul Heyman's words hang in the air like a threat that can't be ignored. The genius of this moment is in the delivery. Heyman doesn't yell. He doesn't scream. He doesn't need to. His power comes from the weight of his words, from the history behind them, from the absolute certainty in his voice. When he tells Pearce it's time to find out, he's extending the challenge to everyone. To Cody Rhodes, who's been chasing his destiny. To CM Punk, who returned to shake up the entire landscape. To Drew McIntyre, to Seth Rollins, to every single superstar who thinks they're walking into the Royal Rumble with a chance. The backstory here runs deep. Roman Reigns hasn't just been a champion, he's been the definition of championship dominance in this generation. His reign at the top has redefined what it means to be the face of WWE. But with that dominance comes a target, and that target has never been bigger than it is right now. The Royal Rumble is 30 men fighting for one opportunity, but in reality, it's 29 men fighting for the chance to step up to Roman. And Paul Heyman knows that his tribal chief thrives under that pressure. The bigger the stage, the more dangerous Roman becomes. You can see the psychology playing out in this confrontation. Pearce represents order, structure, the WWE system that's supposed to provide equal opportunity for everyone. Heyman represents the destruction of that system, the reality that in professional wrestling, the strongest take what they want and everyone else falls in line. It's a clash of philosophies as much as it's a clash of personalities. And the beauty of this segment is that it's real. These aren't just characters reading lines, these are two men who understand the business, who understand the stakes, delivering a message that resonates with everyone watching. The tension builds as we get closer to the Royal Rumble. Every appearance Roman makes, every word Paul Heyman speaks, every interaction with Adam Pearce adds another layer to this story. Wrestling at its best is about making you care, about making you invest emotionally in the outcome. And right now, whether you love Roman Reigns or you can't stand him, whether you think Paul Heyman is a genius or a manipulator, you care. You want to know what's going to happen. You need to see how this plays out. Think about the possibilities. What if someone actually eliminates Roman Reigns from the Royal Rumble? What if the unthinkable happens and the tribal chief's dominance finally ends? The shockwaves would be felt throughout the entire wrestling world. But on the other hand, what if Paul Heyman is right? What if this is all building toward Roman standing tall, proving once again that nobody is on his level? Either outcome would be monumental, and that's what makes this so compelling. The Royal Rumble has always been about creating stars, about moments that live forever in wrestling history. Stone Cold stunning Mr. McMahon, Rey Mysterio going the distance, Batista and Cena pointing at the WrestleMania sign. This year feels different though. This year feels like we're building towards something that could eclipse everything that came before. And Paul Heyman's confrontation with Adam Pearce is the catalyst, the spark that's going to ignite an explosion we won't soon forget. As this segment comes to a close, as Paul Heyman walks away from Adam Pearce with that confident smirk, you're left with chills. You're left wondering what's going to happen next. You're left counting down the days until the Royal Rumble because you know that when that event happens, nothing will ever be the same. The wise man has spoken. The message has been delivered. It's time to find out. Before we wrap up, one more time, I need you to hit that like button, subscribe to SLAMZONE, and turn on those notifications. We're building the best wrestling community on YouTube, and you're a part of that. Comment below with your Royal Rumble predictions. Tell me who you think is winning. Tell me if you think Roman's reign continues or if we're about to witness the upset of the century. Share this video with your friends who love wrestling because we're all in this together. What we just witnessed from Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce is more than a backstage segment. It's a declaration of war. It's the moment where everything that's been building, all the tension, all the rivalries, all the dreams and ambitions of every superstar on the roster, comes crashing together. The Royal Rumble isn't just another pay-per-view. It's the event where careers are made, where legends are born, where the landscape of professional wrestling changes in an instant. And Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman in his corner, is ready to remind everyone why he's the tribal chief, why he's the head of the table, why he's the most dominant force this industry has seen in a generation. This is SLAMZONE, and we'll see you at the Royal Rumble. Thank you for watching, thank you for being part of this family, and get ready, because what's coming next is going to be absolutely legendary.